Hi everyone, I'm JD from Willowbound Journals, and we are continuing this free faith journal course that I am running on my channel. So we've made our journal, we've gathered all our supplies, we have come up with our I am statements to place into our journal in the previous video, and I do apologize for the mix-up in the order of the last two videos, but the last step was to tape in or glue in, staple in, paperclip in our I am statements. So one per page spread, and do it in some sort of order that makes sense to you. It could be completely random if that's what you want to do. And just place them in there. I've skipped some pages when I've needed to. But yeah, I've just placed them in different methods, using different methods. So I am happy with how these look, and you could leave it just like that, honestly, and let them be journaling prompts. And if you're a writer, you might just want to respond to those prompts. But basically, yeah, this course is all about identifying the negative self-talk and the lies that can cycle around in our minds. And then for me, I'm replacing them with words of truth and life based on scripture and putting them into my own words and turning them into I am statements. So now that they're in there, what we're going to do is use the things that we've gathered. So the main thing I'm going to be using is, for this first part, is the pile of, or the collection of magazine images that I've gathered. So I'm just going to pull that out, and I'm just going to have a little look at all the different things that I've got. And this is why it's great that you've already, curated this, so you can see what you have and not be overwhelmed by every single supply that you have. You can just use different things. I'm going to separate them into sort of backgrounds and then versus, objects. So backgrounds sort of go here. Maybe flowers can be its own little pile. And then, that can go there. The rainbow. So all I want to do is go through now page by page and maybe choose an image from here that works with the sentiment. So, for example, I could put the palette here. I'm created by God. Or I could put it, I am fearfully and wonderfully made. But yeah, I can choose I am loved. I want to put the rainbow for I am loved, because rainbows always remind me of God's promises. And the promise that I hold on to most is his love. So I'm actually going to just stick that right there. And I might move that paperclip up a little bit. And I am just going to stick that right there. And that's all you want to do. You want to pull out any image or ephemera or any scrap papers, pattern papers, and place something on every page that you have a statement. That's your aim. Place at least one thing on each page. And if you don't have like a specific, image or pattern, or if you don't have anything specific, that's fine. Just use something that could go anywhere. You're just filling out the pages little by little. We've filled it out with our I am statement. Now we're going to fill it out with a little bit more. So like, I was born in September, so I can use this piece to decorate this page. And of course you can put more than one piece on the page if you want. And I think, I just want to And I really like sort of how scrappy it is too. You can rip the edges or cut them, but I kind of want to have it ripped like that. And I just want to play around now. I'm created by God. So I might want that there, and that can represent, you know, being created by God. Yeah, I am thinking. Sorry, when I think, I can't talk at the same time here. And you can just place it, like I might just place it there for now. I'm made in the image of God. Okay, this is where I actually know that I have in this tray, I have got this. Now, I didn't pull this out before because I thought I would use it for a different project, but now I am actually just going to use it here. Now, I will use my ruler to rip that edge, and that's the perfect size. I am really happy with that. Maybe I will just trim off a tiny little bit at the top so it fits a little bit better, but that was pretty much the perfect size to fill that page. And I'm good with filling that entire page because here's my journaling space. So I'm going to glue that directly down. And that's all it is. You're going to find something to put onto each page just to fill in the space, decorate it. And I am made in the image of God. That is the perfect piece to add there. And I can use that for something else. I am fearfully and wonderfully made. I actually might put like a photo there. So you can use photos, of course, as well. So let me just show you. I have got a folder of just random photos. So I am fearfully and wonderfully made. These are leftover from projects, you know, from journaling projects. A lot of them come from my book, unused photos from my book, but they're great, come in handy for journaling. So I might put that one there because kind of like that's a frame on the other side. So I might put that one there. I might even like decorate it a little bit more, maybe like something like that. I like this one better. You know what I mean? I'm just kind of playing around and having fun with my materials that I've already collected. And I love, I want the flowers there because it's matching the blue flowers here, and because it makes me think I'm fearfully and wonderfully made. You know, God made the flowers and they're beautiful, so it kind of reminds me he also made me, and just like the flowers, he made me beautiful too. So I'm going to put this photo of myself in this border of flowers to remind myself that I'm also beautiful, and I might journal about beauty here. Because sometimes I can put myself down and feel very ugly and, you know, tell myself that I'm ugly. So to remind ourselves that we are beautiful is important work. And that's enough. You know, some pages I'm going to decorate the whole thing. I might do a huge collage. but that is enough for that page. And then I do my journaling here. Same with this one. You know, I might add something here if I find something later on, but that is enough. I am totally happy with that. Like, I could, if I wanted to, add another mirror here, which I actually think, because I wanted to add this crystal one. I want the blue, I want the crown, I want the ballerina, I want the flowers, and I want the crystal, because then they all represent something about me. So I'm actually going to do that. All right. So I'm getting on a bit of a roll here. I'm not sure if you can tell, but I'm feeling that sort of in the zone flow mode, and just having so much fun doing this. And I really hope you get that same feeling, because you've already gathered your supplies, right? You've already gathered them. They're already curated and beautiful. So whatever you choose is going to be wonderful. All right, I'm chosen, I'm called, I'm wanted. Now these ones, I'm a little less sure, you know, what to put in there. So if I don't know for now, I will leave it. This one, I'm never alone. I was like, what do I do for that? I don't know. But there's this chair, and it's like, God always sits with me. So that's how that speaks to me. God is always with me, sitting next to me. That's how that kind of represents that. Now, I could either put it on this page here. No, I feel like that's journaling space. Yeah. So what I'm going to do, I'm probably going to want to do a collage in the background here. And that's where these papers come in handy. So all of your, well, that's my writing paper. But these ones, the pattern papers, these things here. These ones where, you know, they might not relate. Oh, hang on 1 second. I want to add this to the I am created by God page. Like stars, I love. All right. I even might put it under here. All right, so I might even just decorate this, and I can do that. You know, I don't even want that paintbrush. I think I just want that. Let me rip this. Okay. I actually think that's got a lot too much dark blue. I want to use this side of it. Oh, okay. Just going to cut that. Yeah, I think I like it like that. Or like that. I think I like it like that. I'm going to, change of plans. This is why I don't necessarily place things in there. See how I just tucked those things in there? If I'd glued them down, I wouldn't be able to do this. So sometimes just tuck them in before you commit, because you might find something else that suits better later on. So I'm just going to glue that to this page. It's very thick scrapbook paper, so I'm just going to press it down. And then, see, I'm not sure which one I want here. Like, do I want that? Do I want that? Do I want that? Do I want that? So I'll just leave it until I figure out what I want to do. And maybe I want to place those somewhere else. Chosen, called, and wanted, like that one. I might want to put here the fact that I'm born. And that one, I would want to use my personal ephemera. Okay. My original plan with this course was to kind of go step by step with you here, but I'm on a roll, so I'm just going to go with it. My original plan for this section was that you would first add something from your magazine pile, then you would go through the pages later and add things from your personal ephemera, and then go through your pattern paper pile and add those, and then go through your neutral pile and then add those, and that would each be a step. But I am now on a roll and just using everything in one go. And I'm just considering, what do I do? Do I restrain myself and only use magazine images, or do I just let inspiration roll? And I wanted to, it's a super laid back course and really show you behind the scenes look at how I do it and my process. That's kind of how I wanted to show my actual journaling process. And if that's how I'm feeling in the moment, that I want to grab everything, then that's what I want to show. Okay, I'm just going to think a little bit about this and not overwhelm myself. All right. What I will do, I'm going to keep it simple for you and me. Let's just use things from our magazine pile first. But don't necessarily stick things down. So technically I should have just tucked that in. But if you're feeling inspiration, go ahead, go for it. But yeah, I'm just going to tuck things in for now, like this. If you're feeling inspired, glue it down. All right, I belong. So what I want to kind of emphasize is, if you don't have anything from this pile, you can just leave it, and that's where we will go to our pattern pages and our other papers later on. I'm seen, I am heard, I am known. I am loved. I've got my rainbow. I might want to put a heart doily later on. So I have, I've got my heart doily here, a small one there. So I feel like I'm going to be putting that there later on. If I had some magazine images of some hearts, I would put them there. I am content in all things. I am enough and I have enough. Now, contentment, that speaks to me about like books. Like books, if I can just read a book, I'm very, very content. And, I'm glad I've got some other space here, because there's some other I am statements that I want to put in the back. Things like, I am here for a reason. I'm made for a purpose. So I know like eventually I want to add that somewhere. I love that one for I am never alone. Fearfully and wonderfully made. Yeah, so I'm happy with these. I'm created by God. I'm happy with what I've got there. Image of God, done. This one I'm happy with. This one I know I'm going to use some personal ephemera with that later on. I'm happy with this one. I belong. I'm seen. I'm heard. I'm happy with this one. In fact, see, this is why I want to do it now, because sometimes I forget. If I leave this, I'll forget my idea. So I'm going to place that here right now. That's exactly where I'm going to put it. So I just want to put that there, because I know I'll put that there. I know I'll stick that there later on. I'm seen. So this one I might do like a chandelier, maybe, like light. You can only see things when they're in the light. So, and I would always hide. I would always be in the background. So that could represent, even just like it there. and then do my journaling here. Yes, I'm going to do that. I'm going to commit. It's about coming into the light, and sharing stories is about coming into the light. I love that. And that's just a really simple page. Do my journaling here. And then I'm content in all things. For this one, I have, and I am enough, and I have enough. I'm going to put this coin purse. Just a reminder, you know, I have everything I need. I don't need to worry about provision. I don't have to worry about money or possessions. I don't need to compare, because I am enough and I have enough. And I might even I feel like this can symbolize something for me. Like this can symbolize that we are, how the Bible talks about we are a sweet fragrance, and that I can know that for myself. I'm a sweet fragrance, just as I am. Like I don't have to change anything about me to be sweet, to be beautiful, to be enough. Nope, I think I like it better where I had it. I might want to do my journaling on that page and just do some sort of I am enough and I have enough. So this represents I am enough, just as I am, and this one represents I have enough. So something like that. That's kind of my process of finding things. I'm not a fan of this, so I might actually glue that to that page for that particular one. So I hope you can see what I've been doing there. I feel like this could go somewhere too. Hang on. I'm never alone. I'm called, chosen, wanted. I belong. You know what I could do as well? Like belong. So this is what I mean by, you know, you're looking for things that can symbolize it. I could do a bunch of flowers. Like here, I belong. To represent I belong in this bunch of flowers. Like I could get a garden. And I belong here. I belong in the garden. I'm not a weed. I belong. Oh, I really want like a butterfly too, because that's like my personal symbol. So like that could go in with I don't know. I feel like this can go somewhere. Maybe at the back with the purpose part. Like, I'm made for a reason. Yeah. And I definitely know I want this one in there somewhere. So for now, I'm just going to put that in the back somewhere. Like, these will just go in the back. And then I feel like another way I could have gone with I belong is like I'm part of the tapestry. I'm sewn in. I belong. So I could do that too and have that be on the page. And I could just do something like that to represent that. I like it. All right, and I can use these later on if I want. I'm just going to put the words with the words. There we go. I feel like I want to use this for something else. No, actually, I want to use that for the purpose page. So, okay, I feel like I want to use as much of these as I can. And that is sort of the aim. We're using the things. We want to use as much of these pieces that we've gathered as we can in our project, in our journal. So I'm just going to grab my peg again, and we're just going to peg that together, hold it in place, like that. All right, so yeah, I hope that kind of gave you an idea of what to do. You're just looking for images that sort of represent your I am statements. Where did I put the flower? Where did it go? Where did the lavender go? Did I put it back in here? Okay, I'll find that later on. You all probably saw where it went. The amount of times that happens. But yes, think outside the box. Let the pieces speak to you. Work with, you know, symbols. It doesn't have to be literal, like image, mirror. It can be something a bit more obscure, like I'm not alone and sitting on a chair with me, woven into a tapestry. Bless me. So that kind of thing. I have no idea where it went. I will go find it. All right, so have fun doing that, adding your pieces. In the next video, we're going to go through our other piles and add more into it as well. Yay, I love this. Have fun. I'll see you next video. Bye. A big special thank you to my beautiful patrons who supported me in April. If you like my channel and would like to support it as well, there are a few ways you can do that. One is by becoming a patron, where you get access to all my extra videos, including my member videos and the journal making series each month. And depending on your tier, you also get access to every digital kit in my Etsy, plus a new one each month. And there are various mail tiers as well, where I send you some goodies in the post. You can also support my channel by becoming a member of my channel by clicking the join button, and all of the information and links are down below in the description box if you are interested in supporting Willowbound Journals.